What's going on, y'all? It's your boy William Zillions, and this is Lyric-Isms, the show where we express our appreciationals for the art of songwriting. All right, so look, let's talk about writing R&B music, okay? Let's just do this, all right? We're gonna get into this, all right? This is not, this is not an easy conversation for me. So lyrically, R&B, I used to feel like R&B, while writing it, it used to feel like you had to be very lovey-dovey, you know what I'm saying? At least from my perspective as a songwriter, at the beginning, like at 15, it felt like it had to be lovey-dovey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's like an element of R&B though, like to be sensitive, to be in love, to be in lust, to be enthralled with emotion, and then to find really vocally dynamic ways of expressing that to the woman you love, right? The first episode, right, I talked about being in a boy band, right? After the homie saw that episode and then sent me a video of like our first song, like our first music video together back then. I thought that this file no longer existed. I thought that it was no longer a thing. So to be able to see it for the first time in like over a decade, fam. Over a decade, fam. This is crazy. Listening to what like we was talking about. I think I said something like, weak in the knees. Yo, that's kind of fire, son. That shit just popped in my mind. I swear to God, I don't even know where that shit came from. Yo, that's so funny, dog. But like, it was very like bubblegummy, very like cute. You know what I'm saying? I think something happened along the way where, I got more interested in rapping, right? So I started writing more bars, getting more into that. And at the time when I decided to, you know, start trying to go for the rap part of the venture, R&B and hip hop were not really as close as they are now as genres sonically. Because right now, like hip hop and R&B to some degree sonically, they're you know what I'm saying? They're a little. But at the time, there were clearly defined lines between what was R&B and what was hip hop. Back then, I think when I first started writing R&B, you had to talk about love and but you couldn't get too spicy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you couldn't do it, but nobody was getting too spicy, you know what I'm saying? Like, but then the evolution came, and then like, you know, to blend and then blend and then blend, and then people started wanting to hear more blends. And I think that's where I am now as a writer, with R&B inclusive, like speaking on my appreciation for it. It's like I grew up like listening to like Mary J. Blige, freaking Next was on in the crib so when we sign it, show my lady, so from my body, cause you still my wifey. That shit so. Yo, I know I botched those, but like, I remember the feeling. And that shit, yo. R. Kelly was out there going crazy with songs. Not to speak on that too much. Whitney, Mariah, Kelly Price, Deborah Cox. My heart says no, no. Boom, boom. Like R&B was always on in the crib. You know what I'm saying? And by the time I got around to even thinking about grabbing a pen, I already had so much built up pressure creatively, like, you know what I'm saying? So lyrically, I used to think that like, just saying shit, just going and going and going. But like, you gotta give space for the track to breathe and to let the listener just like catch up so they could be with you, you know what I'm saying? And stay with you and then rock with you. And then rock out with you know what I'm saying? You know what? Let's just get into a song. So, second track of the project, Intuition. You can check it out on all platforms, but also on WeCreateUs.com. My idea was that I wanted to start the song off kind of quiet, kind of like here, and then finish it like way out here, you know, so dynamically the song will be louder by the end of it, right? It's just like all the elements are just like bang, you know what I'm saying, all at once, right? The song starts out with the hook twice. And the first time I do the hook, I talk it, and then I clear my throat, and then the second time I like sing it. The tool of what you're able to accomplish texturally with how R&B and hip hop has like fused up is like one of my favorite things ever. There's certain things and times and moments where I feel like it's stronger to say that shit, you know what I'm saying? But then like, when you're able to like smooth that out with, you know, just some really lush, just, you know, straight ahead vocal writing, the combination of those two is really favorable. Pardon me, no mean to be bothering you, however, want to introduce, but simply no more about you, shorty. Had a pinpoint, the vibration felt even before I seen you, darling. Your resonance resonates godly, tones like that go like the dolphin. I like the gentleness of it, like the interaction that I'm thinking about writing it. I'm like, pardon me, don't mean to be bothering you, however, I want to introduce, you know what I'm saying? Possibly get to know more about you, shorty. I like to think about R&B music when I'm writing it as like, what is that icebreaker? You know what I'm saying? When I get in an environment or in a space where I get the opportunity to meet somebody beautiful, and she's just there and respectfully, how am I supposed to approach her? You know what I'm saying? I like the syllables and finding like the pockets of where to put the words, and then choosing when to finish the sentence. Do I finish the sentence before the bar is over, or do I finish the sentence after the bar is over? Like, I love that shit, man. It's so much fun. And I think it's style, you know? Like, my favorite thing about most genres of music is slick talk. Like, bar-wise, like slick, clever, you know, quippy, oh, how did you think of that type bars? Like, relatable bars where it's like, whoa, are you in my mind, Lauryn Hill? Why are you singing the song that from my journal type shit? You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of lyrics that I aspire to write. Hands down, my favorite part of this song is the bridge into the close. The bridge into the close is my favorite part of this song. Soothing frequencies from the deep end. Route the road, the lane is for speed and she vibrate the color so scenic in the gold. Shades of midnight blue, ecstasy in view. Visceral, the visual, so visceral. I'm tuned in the channel discovery, so in thought the occasional way that you smile. DJ is spinning some cutlery, as her body she sweet through the waves like a yacht, or at a color tangerine, or perhaps to warm you of purest layer on. And then the back and forth, usually how I write it is talk about the subject, and then talk about the environment. Talk about the subject, then talk about the environment. And I usually do this in like either 2 to 4 bar increment. And it's not like it has to be this way, but typically when I write stuff, that's typically how I evolve the conversation and what I'm saying. I discuss the topic, whether, you know, the shorty, the shaw, the female, the queen, the goddess, like, and then I talk about the environment and I expound upon like the visuals of where we are in that moment through the writing. And it helps me to, you know, stay hungry for the more interesting way of expressing a thought. Like it fuels the idea tank. Word up, man. But yo, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Lyric-Isms, the show where we express our appreciationals for the art of songwriting. Thanks for tuning in. I'm William Zillions. Stay true, it's still twofold. Fresh in, I just stepped in a party. Yeah. All these days looking good, I might partake. Partake.